Okay, so today we are going to learn about electric charges. So let's understand with the help of some example which we see in our daily life. So you must have noticed that after rubbing a plastic comb through your hair, the comb attract the pieces of the paper, right? Now question is why this happen? Why we see this attraction between the pieces of the paper and the comb? So we'll see the answers of these questions when we'll go through these slides. Also, if we try this, that if we rub an inflated balloon back and forth across our hair, we'll observe that the balloon will attract the strands of our hair. Like we can see, there is an attraction between the balloon and the strands of our hair. Why? So again, why this happens? So let's see some more questions and then find the answer through these slides. Also, on a dry day, if we rub a balloon on woolen cloth, if we'll rub this balloon on a woolen cloth, and if we'll take this rubber balloon and take to the wall, so it will stick to the wall of the room. Now, there is again the attraction between the balloon and the wall. So, again, there is a question why this happens. So, let's see. Yeah, one more. So, if we rub two inflated balloon on woolen cloth and then we bring them close to each other, we'll see that they'll repel each other. They will go far away from each other. Okay. So, in the above activities, we have seen that there was some kind of attraction, but in this activity, we are seeing there is repulsion between the two balloons. So, let's find out why there is what is the reason behind this attraction and this repulsion. So, let's see. So we have seen that there are this attractive and repulsive property, but what is the reason behind this? To understand it, uh, if you can say that you can note that in above all the cases we were rubbing something, right? The piece of paper are attracted to comb only after the comb has been rubbed. So one thing is common in all the activities, that is rubbing. We are rubbing we were rubbing the woolen cloth, we were rubbing the balloon, we were rubbing the comb over our hair. So we have seen that one thing is common, that is rubbing. Now, uh, if we see, if we'll see that this property, this attraction and repulsion will disappear after some time. Okay, if we'll try this at home, we can try and we'll see that this property of attraction and repulsion disappear after some time. Now, what is the reason behind this attraction and repulsion? We can say, if you think that this is because of gravitational force, so gravitational force is nothing but the attraction force between two masses, like this. So but this is not gravitational force, or this is not gravity. Why? Because first of all, gravity does not require rubbing. Secondly, it does not disappear, it is always there, right? That's why we are on earth. So this is clear that this is not the gravitational force, right? Then what it is? So this attractive and repulsive property, to understand this, we need to understand first the atoms that make up the whole matter around us. Okay, first we need to think first this thing is important to understand, that when we rub any object, it become electrically charged. Okay, like in this case, when we rub a balloon across a woolen cloth, so the balloon and cloth become electrically charged. Now, to understand what are these charge, how are they, what are the kinds and types of these charge, we need to understand the atoms. So let's understand the atoms that make up the whole matter around us. All the matter around us are made up of atoms. We know that, right? So an atom is made up of positively charged uh, proton. So an atom is consist of these fundamental particles, that is proton that is positively charged, electron that is negatively charged, and neutron that has no charge. So here we can see inside the nucleus, this is nucleus. Inside nucleus, proton that is positively charged and neutron that has no charge exist, and around nucleus electron revolve in their orbits. Orbit are nothing but the path that electron follows to move. That these things are orbit. These are electron that are negatively charged. So a proton and neutrons are fixed in the nucleus, they don't move, but electrons are mobile, so they can move and they can transfer from one atom to another. Okay, now this is the structure of an atom. These are proton and neutron, and these yellow color particles are electron that are moving in their orbit. Now see, an atom is a neutral atom. Now atom is having two kind of charge, positive and negative. Positive because of proton and negative because of electron. Now to make an atom neutral, to make an atom stable, these protons and electrons should be equal, right? Only then an atom will be neutral. So like in this case, there are two protons inside the nucleus and two electrons. That is, two protons means 2 plus charge, two electrons means 2 minus charge. So the net charge will be 0. That is a neutral atom. Okay. Now like in case of oxygen, this is an example of oxygen. Why oxygen is an stable and in its stable form, it has 8 protons, so it will be having 8 electrons. Then an atom of oxygen will be neutral. Now what if number of protons are greater than number of electrons? Like in this case, there are 4 protons, that is plus 4, and that is this atom is having plus 4 charge, and there is just 3 electrons, so that is this atom is having minus 3 charge. Now what is the net charge? That is the total charge plus 4 minus 3, that is plus 1 charge. So this atom is having more positive particle, that is more positive charge. So we can see that number of protons are greater than number of electrons. Since it is having more positive ion, more positive charge, so we call this type of atom a positive ion. Okay, if this is the case, like in this example, we can see there are 3 proton, so it is having plus 3 charge. Okay, and 4 electron, so 4 electron means minus 4 charge. So now what will be the net charge? Net charge will be minus 4 plus 3, that is minus 1. So this atom is having more negative charge, that's why we call it negative ion. Okay, now let's understand how an atom is getting charged on rubbing. We have understood what kind of charges are there in an atom. Let's understand how they are getting charged matter or on rubbing. So when two material um, touch one another, electron can move from one material to other, because electrons are mobile. Now this cause one material to become negative charge and the other uh, is positively charged. Why? Because the object, if let's say there are two objects, one is losing electron, let's say this one loses electron, so it will be positive charge, right? Because it has less electrons, so it has more proton. And the other, that accepted the electron, that has received the electron, it will be negative charge. Why? Because it has more number of electrons. So in this case, the atom in the cat fur um, lose electron more easily than the atom in the comb. So since the atoms in the cat fur is losing electron easily, since it is losing electrons, so it will be having positive charge. And the comb is getting the charge, negative charge, so comb will be negative charge, it will be more negatively charged. In this case we can see. Now, yeah, so when we comb the cat's fur, what we see that the cat fur is positively charged and comb is negatively charged. Okay, so we can see there is an imbalance of the positive and negative charge between the comb and the cat's fur. So the transfer of electron from one place to another cause an imbalance of positively and negatively charged. So this result in static electricity. So this imbalance of the charge from in between two things or two object is called static electricity. So imbalance of negative and positive charge cause static electricity. Clear? Now let's see the answer of the all the questions that uh, we have seen in the beginning, in the starting. So objects get charge on rubbing, that is very clear. Now when we bring the object close to each other, they get charge. Now we have seen in the first place that there were attraction in some cases and there were repulsion in others. Now what is the reason behind this attraction and repulsion? See, objects with the same electric charge repel each other. In this case, this balloon is having negatively charged, the other is also having negative charge. Since they are having same kind of charge, so there will be repulsion. Okay, when the objects with opposite charge attract each other, there was attraction because one was having positive charge and other was having negative charge. Because the charges are opposite, so there will be attraction. This is always the case. Always opposite charge will attract and the same charge or like charge repel each other. Sometimes opposite charge attracts so much so that they stick together. This is what we call static clink. Like we can see in this example, the cloth is getting attracted to the body. This is example of static clink. This is what we call static clink. Now, yeah, so object get charge on rubbing and when they are brought close to each other. Okay, so this is it. Now we know why there is negative charge. What is negative charge? This is because of electron. What is positive charge? This is because of the proton. When they are getting attracted, when the charges are opposite, when the objects are getting repel from each other, when the charges are like charges. Okay, now you can do these this you can fill up them by yourself. So that's it, try to do this by yourself, and thank you.